Hello everyone, myself Shravanti, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Data Science and Cybersecurity in MLR Institute of Technology. Today my topic is basic blocks and flow graphs. Okay, so here we are going to discuss here what is basic block, what is flow graph, and what are the characteristics of basic block, and what is the structure of the basic block, and what is the algorithm we are going to use to construct a basic blocks, and how it is flowing with an example we are going to discuss over here. So first, what is a basic block? So basic block is nothing but it's a collection of statements or nothing but sequence of consecutive statements in a program with one entry and one exit point. For example, let me take this is one block and these are some statements or set of instructions. So the basic block is nothing but it's a sequence of instructions or consecutive statements that will be executed one after the other. Nothing but if the first statement is executed, then it goes to the second statement and so on. The statements are going to execute in a sequential order. Here in this we are going to have in a block, we will be having one entry point and one exit point only. So for any basic block, there will be one entry point and one exit point, and the execution will be or reading the statements will be done is from the sequential order. Now, consecutive statements are going to be read. Here, executive statements are sequentially without branching. Here, all these statements are nothing but the consecutive statements or the executive statements. Here, in these statements, there should not be any branching. Nothing but here conditional or unconditional jumps. So that should not be there here. Any branching of the statements should not be there in middle of my statements. In the middle of the statements, there should not be any branching like if, while, do while or break or continue, go to. Those like conditional or unconditional statements should not be there in between a statements of a block. Here, this without branching. So the same thing here in this block, there should not be any branching of the statements should be there here. The statements should be executed sequentially and there should not be any branching in between these statements. Nothing but in the middle of the block, there should not be any branching statements like if, else or while, do while, go to, break, continue. So all these conditional and unconditional jumps should not be there. So and nothing but there should not be any branching statements in the block. So there will be only one entry point and only one exit point here. So the next one is flow graph. Flow graph is nothing but we are going to call it as a directed graph. Directed graph, we can also tell it as control flow, nothing but the flow from where it is moving from one block to other block. So where it is moving and how these blocks are going to be executed. So that is nothing but a flow graph. For the set of basic blocks, flow graph shows the flow of control of information. So these are suppose my basic blocks. These are few basic blocks are there. So from B1, this is I'm just representing basic block 1, basic block 2. So here from B2 shall I move to the B1 or from B1 I should go to the B2. Nothing but it shows us the control flow of information. How the flow is going on. Nothing but after B1 block, which block I should read. So it tells us that the flow of control information. It tells the flow graph is. So the characteristics of a basic block. So the characteristics of basic blocks are there will be only one entry point. Just now we have to I told, and then will be one exit point. Entry point is nothing but for every block there will be only one entry point and there will be only one exit point. Sequential execution. No branching or jumps occur in the middle of the block. See here I have same statements. In these statements there should not be any jumping statements like conditional or unconditional statements should not be there in the middle of the statements. In a block in the middle there should not be any branching or jump statements should be there. So these are the characteristics of a basic block. So the structure of a basic block. So how to construct a basic block? Suppose I have a one program or one 3-address code is there. So for that 3-address code, I need to construct the basic blocks. To do that, there are some characteristics or some structure or some algorithm we are going to follow to construct a basic block. So here to do that, we are going to identify the two steps. The first one is we should identify the leaders. We should identify the leaders and then we should identify the basic blocks. So what are the blocks we are going to get? So under leaders, we are going to identify the leaders. Suppose I have some set of statements. From these set of statements, I need to identify what are the leaders here. So the first statement of the program or procedure will be a leader. For example, I have one program here. The first statement, whatever it may be the first statement. So the first statement will be my leader. The first statement will be the leader. Next point is the target of a branching instruction. So the target of a branching instruction is nothing but, for example, after some statements, I have go to 5 line or go to 3 line. So nothing but to which line it is moving. The target of this branching instruction. So where I need to move here? Third statement I need to move here. So the third test statement will also be a leader. Statement following a branching instruction will also be a leader. So after these branching instruction, so I told the branching instructions are nothing but the conditional or unconditional statements. So these statement, after these go to statement, whatever the statement, whatever the line, so that will be also one leader. Then afterwards we are going to identify the blocks, how many blocks we are going to get, and we are going to give the numbering for the blocks. See here, one example I have taken here, x equal to a plus b, y equal to x into c, z equal to y minus d. So here there are no leaders, only one leader is there, nothing but I am going to get only one block. Why? Because in these statements, there is no jumps, nothing but there are no branching conditions or branching statements are not there here. Only I have sequential statements which are going to execute sequentially. So nothing but from these statements or from these 3 address code, I have only one block, that is nothing but B1 block. So the next one more examples of basic block. So let me take one source code. For this source code, we are going to construct the 3 address code, and nothing but from these 3 address code, we are going to identify the basic blocks and we are going to construct the flow graph. See here, this is the source code I am having. For this source code, we are going to write the 3 address code here. So first one is nothing but production equal to 0 and I equal to 1. And then here I have assigned T2 equal to address of A minus 4. So nothing but here I is assigned from 1. Actually it takes the address from 0. So nothing but here we are going to assign the address from 1. So that is the reason we are going to take the offset value, that is nothing but minus 4 we are going to take it. So T2 is nothing but pointing to A, that is nothing but address of 4. So the A of 21 is present in T2 and T4 is nothing but it holds B of 21 array, and next T1 is nothing but 4 into I. So the next one is T3 equal to T2 of 21. So A of I is there. So this is stored in here, that we are going to store in T2 of T1. So this is T2 is my A name, array name, and in that I am having the address nothing but 4 into I. Nothing but I is nothing but which data type it is? Integer data type. Integer size is of 4 bytes. So that is nothing but here 4 into I. For example, I have some 10 addresses are there. The index starts from 0, next 4, 8, 12, 16. Like this, the address will be increasing. So nothing but to do this in a 3 address code. So here every time instead of doing here 4 into I, I have stored it in a temporary variable, that is nothing but T1. That is nothing but T1. So the same thing I have used T3 equal to T2 of T1. So nothing but this is stored in T3. And this one is stored in T5. So T5 is nothing but what is B? B is stored where? T4. B is stored where? T4. And I is nothing but what? T1. T4 of T1. T4 of T1. So that is nothing but T5. So the next one is T6. So this is stored in T3 and this is stored in T5. These two are multiplied. These two are multiplied and stored in T6. Are multiplied and stored in T6. Now the whole content is there in T6. Now what we are going to do? Production plus T6. Production plus T6. So that is nothing but production equal to production plus T6. So here what it is happening every time in this for loop, every time I is incrementing. So nothing but I equal to I plus 1. So there is a conditional statement is there, nothing but here some conditions are there here. So what I am having, till where I need to repeat this? I less than or equal to 20. So nothing but if I less than or equal to 20, if the condition is true, I need to move to the which statement? I need to jump to 5th statement. Nothing but 5th line I need to move. See here it is executing from production. So that is nothing but I only, right? Every time we are going to increase the address by 4 because the size of integer is 4 bytes. So it is coming here and it executes from the 5th line. So this is nothing but some 3 address code we have written for the existing source code. Now from these 3 address code, we are going to identify the blocks. We are going to identify the blocks based on the algorithm or the structure which we have discussed. So the first one is we need to identify the leaders. Identify the leaders. The first statement is, what is the first statement I have here? The first statement of the program or procedure, is a leader. So nothing but the first statement is a leader. The first statement is a leader. And the second statement what I am having, target of the branching instructions. Target of the branching instructions is nothing but here any unconditional or conditional jumps are there. Yes, at the 11th line I have a conditional jump is there. Here go to statement is there. To which statement it is moving here? It is moving to the 5th line. So nothing but the 5th one is also a leader. The 5th one is also a leader. Next, statement following a branching instruction is also a leader. So after this statement, after this 11th statement, suppose if I have few more statements, then that statement will also become a leader. For example, if I have a 12th will also be a leader. So I got 2 blocks are there. So 1 to 4, I got 1 block. 1 to 4 lines, I got it as 1 block. 1, 2, 3, 4 statements are 1 block. And from 5 to 11 statements are 1 block. So let me tell these as block 1 and let me tell these as block 2. Let me tell these as block 1 and this is block 2. Here, see here, why? Because go to 5 is there. So instead of writing go to 5, so go to 5 is nothing but which statement I am having go to 5 in which block I am having? It is in B2 block. So we can write here go to B2 block. Go to B2 block. Now after 4th statement, I need to go for the next block. So nothing but here this is one entry point and from here exit it is moving to the second block. Here I have here go to B2 is there. No, nothing but from this statement I need to traverse again to the B2. Why? Because until my condition is false, I need to execute this loop that many times. So this is nothing but the flow graph. After which block should be executed and how many times that block should be executed is represented in flow graph in a directed way. Okay, there are direction we are going to give here. So these are nothing but the leaders. So let us go for one more example here. One more example. See here, I have some 17 lines of code is there. 17 lines of code is there. So let us first find out what are the leaders. So the first statement will be a leader. According to the structure, the first statement will be a leader. The first statement is a leader. So the next statement is we need to find the branching instructions. So where I am having? Here I have go to 3rd line. So nothing but this 3rd line I am going. Nothing but 3rd one is also a leader. Yes. 3rd one is also a leader. Then after go check it. Again I have here 2nd one. So nothing but the 2nd statement is also a leader. 2nd one is also a leader. Now after this target branch, nothing but after the branching instruction, whatever the statement is there, that statement will also be a leader. So nothing but this 10th statement is also a leader. 10th statement is also a leader. So again I have here go to statement. After this go to statement or branching instruction, the statements which are there here, that will be also a leader. 12th one is also a leader. So the next what I have here, still any go to statements? Yes, here I have go to statement, go to 13th line. Go to 13th line. Nothing but here the 13th statement is also a leader. The 13th statement is also a leader. So total how many blocks we got? First we need to identify the leaders, then afterwards we need to find the blocks. We need to identify the blocks. See here I got total 6 blocks I got. See here the first one is 1. Only 1. So nothing but I can write it as I equal to 1. I equal to 1. The second one is nothing but 2 statement what I have here, j equal to 1. J equal to 1. Second statement. So first one I have assigned it with B1 block and the second one I have assigned it with B2 block. And the next one what I have here from 3rd line to 10th line, nothing but 9th line, there will be 1 block. Nothing but from 3 to 9, they are in 1 block. From 3rd statement, T1 equal to 10 into I till this if condition, they are in 1 block. So this is 1 block. This is block 1, this is block 2 and this is block 3. This is block 3 and 10 is nothing but block 4 and this 12 is nothing but block 5 and this is nothing but block 6. Block 6. So 3 to 9 statements are comes under here in B3. So the next one, 10th one is another block, that is B4. From 10 which statements? 10, 11. 2 statements. 10, 11. 2 statements comes under block 4. Next block 5 I have 12th statement. I equal to 1. Again 13th statement is also a leader or nothing but separate block I have. So 13th statement until 17th statements is in one block. Here I have here go to 3, go to 2, go to 13. 3 is nothing but what it is representing. Which block I am representing? Go to B3. Next go to 2 is nothing but 2 is what it is represented with B2. Go to 2 is nothing but B2. Go to B3 is go to 3 is nothing but B3. Next one I have here go to 13. So 13th line is coming under which block? B6. So go to B6. Go to B6. Right. So we have identified the leaders and we have determined the blocks. Then after we need to construct the flow graph. So these are the 6 blocks I got here. So the only one entry and one exit will be there here. So entries are same. Here the next one is flow we are going to show here. The first one is entry point and this is my exit point. From B1 block there is a connection to B2 block and from B2 block there is a connection to B3 block, and in the B3 you need to check any conditional or unconditionals are there statements, nothing but any branching or any jumping or any control flow is there, we need to check here. Here in B3 if j is less than or equal to 10, go to B3. B3 block is which one? This one only. So nothing but I got a self loop. Then afterwards again this B4 connection is there and next one is from B4 I have B5. So here for I less than or equal to 10, go to B2. B2 block is where? Here. So we are going to the B2 block. We are going to execute the B2 block. So the next one is I equal to 1. I equal to 1 statement is executed. Then afterwards here in B5 block there are no conditional or unconditional jump statements are there here. So it is moving to the B6 block, and here in B6 I have I less than or equal to 10, go to B6. Go to B6 is nothing but it is going to the self loop. So this is nothing but the flow graph. We are going to show the control flow of the information from which block to which block we need to move, or that same block how many times it need to be executed. All the things are shown here in the flow graph. So here we have discussed what is the basic block, what is the flow graph, and what are the characteristics of a basic block. Nothing but a basic block consists of a sequential statements or collection of statements with a one entry point and one exit point, and there won't be any branching conditions or branching statements in between the block. In middle of the block there should not be any branching statements. There can be a branching statements at the ending of the block statement, and we are going to identify the leaders. Nothing but we are going to construct the basic block by following some structure or some algorithm. We are going to partition it. So while partitioning it, we are going to first identify the leader. How many leaders are there? The first statement itself will be the leader, and next we are going to find any conditional jumping is there. The target of the branching instruction will be also a leader, and next to the branching instruction the statement that will also be a leader. So first we are going to identify the leaders, then afterwards we are going to construct the basic blocks. After constructing the basic blocks we are going to draw the flow graph. Nothing but for the basic blocks we are going to plot how the control should flow. So these are the topics which we have discussed here. Thank you.